Hey guys, it's your humble host, or Q if you prefer, so this was not the next video I wanted to do. So let me tell you a little story, and then I'm going to explain a little bit about what's possibly going on or stuff I caught wind of. So anyone who watched my coverage during the Vic Mañana situation, if any of it at all, there's a name that popped up because I know I'm not the only one that sounded the alarm when this individual got exposed for being a convicted child predator. Dominique Sky, a cosplayer and part of the Kick Rick group, exposed an individual that kept harassing her on Twitter. This guy was dumb enough to use his real name in his Twitter handle, Jeremiah Betts, also known as Xeynas, Xeynas. So when I caught wind of this, as well as a few other individuals, we decided to take action and literally chase the child fucker off. Like, I got a hold of his parole officer, where he was registered, because this stuff was already kind of getting floated around. And it was discovered before he had an interview with Dumb Girl. I'll explain that in a minute. That he got a lesser charge, but pretty much had sexual relations with a 14-year-old while he was 21 in the woods. And there is an interview, as I said, Dumb Girl, or Supergirl 11 was her online handle, if not one of them, did a textual interview because I was personally going after Xeynas, and she was trying to, quote-unquote, help him. Well, her stupidity proved to be actually useful because I snatched the video, and I still have the video, and it's in said Google Drive, which is linked below, as well as some other information linked below. And Xeynas tried to tell Supergirl in that video, in text form, Twitter DMs, that the girl manipulated him and that her mother was encouraging it, and that this girl allegedly was going around trying to have relationships with older men. Teenagers are stupid. Teenagers are always going to be stupid, and you have teenagers who go out of their way to act like thoughts. So there's no denying that. But at the same time, blaming the 14-year-old for you're dumb when you know the law, 14-year-old can't consent, should not have sexual relations, whether or not parent is encouraging it or not. I don't care what the situation is. So with that being said, why is this coming up again? I have nothing more to do with this individual. I have nothing more to do with the Vic Mañana stuff or what have you. And that's not a jab, but there's really nothing to cover. Anyway, it started with another one, messaging me a few days ago over my Facebook page inquiring of some things, and I responded and really thought nothing more of it, but I was giving a warning about Xeynas, so to speak. And then as I was getting ready to go lay down earlier this evening, because I needed a nap, I very much wanted one, I found a very distressed message from one of my mods, and it's just like, oh, what is going on? So I got quote-unquote raided, and it was images posted what you'd find on like 8kun or 4chan or those really, really messed up internet boards. And it was dealt with, and certain people were alerted, one in particular, Leo Convoy, because the last time Xeynas tried anything with my server, he tried to get another one of my mods involved and to turn against me, Nick Minuteman. And once Nick Minuteman actually found out what this nasty bastard did, he not only told him to fuck off, but sicked one of his own mods after Xeynas. So Xeynas apparently is going around trying to raid particular servers, and is not I don't want to say doing a bad job, but at the same time, it's not going to serve him anything. And if you're listening, child fucker, because I don't know what got into your head, and from what I understand is not only are you mentally terminally ill online because you were constant, I guess, you spend your entire day online. You have never had a job in your life and have been on disability ever since you were 14. So that does explain a lot. I don't understand why you have decided to join the worst sector in the internet that revolves around PPP, Nick Fuentes, Andy Worski, Ralph Retort. I guess you can throw Rakita Law into there, and some rather unsavory individuals. And I don't know what you think you're going to accomplish. You're not going to scare anybody into silence. You're not going to shut us up. If anything, you're activating old groups that used to keep an eye on you, stupid. So by raiding my particular server, again, I'm nobody important, but your information has been passed to other particular individuals. As I said, Leo Convoy is one of them. I don't recommend tangling with that one. And he's not the only one. So good job, fuckface, activating old groups, if not starting new groups to watch your shit. So here's what I'm going to tell you, and here's what I'm going to warn you. And no, I have no intention of swatting. I think swatting's wrong overall. People have gotten killed. You don't know who's with the other individuals, and it's a waste of police resources, if not EMT, and people have died. So I'm not calling for this. I think it's fucked up. Do not do it. I find out, you're gone. I don't care. With that being said, though, here's my warning, and this is a general warning of people who think they can clout chase by going after very toxic YouTubers, and this is to you, Xeynas. If you think you're going to get any clout from the shit you are doing, and from what I hear, you're already kind of a clown to where I guess people got you or convinced you to sock yourself in the face, if not get another user just to almost like clock you outright and knock you out. You are a clown show, a very, very fucked up clown show, and it's going to burn you in the ass. Anybody, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. I mean, just go freaking look at the farms. You're known on the farms now, dude. Like, your old name Xeynas is now attached to Troll 66, Troll Hunter 666. So your stuff is out there. I found Reddit threads. I'm finding all kinds of stuff. So I don't know why you thought it was smart to go alert loudmouth people, including myself, to your bullshit and begin to fuck with our things, or at least attempt to try to, for whatever reason. It's only going to create a bigger and angry mob to come after you. And no, I'm not usually for cancel culture, but I also don't welcome or vouch for pedophiles hanging around in either my sphere, the communities I'm in, though I'm not really part of any, but do float around. So, as I said, good job, dumbass. Here's your sign. This is my one and only warning to you, is you might want to think about what you're doing, particularly because you are going to get the wrong person, piss off the wrong person, especially for the sector of the internet you're in, which I can't seem to wrap my brain around, because everyone pretty much will go after everyone in that sector. I mean, look at what just happened to Chud Butts. I had no knowledge of Claire being an A-log, and I was on Chud Butts, but when her shit got exposed, I'm not for her being hacked. That was beyond fucked. But what got exposed from that is she had been up to this type of shenanigans for quite a few years, ever since 2014. That's almost a decade, dude. And she was in that sector. And so I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to warn you, if you think you're going to build any sort of reputation outside of the one you have now, especially using that sector, you are dumber than you were quite a few years ago. Okay? So, again, to my viewers who are watching, look at the links below. He is registered. There's a video. There's some other text messages, because he tried to do damage control under his previous Twitter account. And again, Why he's trying to go around and attack people that chased him off a few years ago, I don't fucking understand for the life of me. It's not going to get you anywhere. Some of us actually live in the real world. Some of us, actually touch grass, if not a car. So, anyway, with that being said, I wish the best of luck to you, but don't be surprised if someone goes scorched earth on you because you managed to piss off a crazy person, because you will find many crazy people in that sector to which you are willing to hang around in. And if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm not for swatting. I think it's fucked. But hasn't your dumb ass already been swatted before because you got outed as a pedophile of all fucking things? A convicted one at that who got a lesser charge? Like, at this point, I don't give a shit what your circumstances are. I really fucking don't, because you've only gotten worse, and the stuff that you put into servers or dump, spam, whatever, especially the stuff in mine, yeah, no, you're a sick individual, and I'm already aware the police aren't going to do anything about you, but continue to dwell in that wonderful little toxic sector that you're in, and I won't be surprised if you get yourself into legal trouble again, because let me point something out to you. Ralph Retort has, Andy Worski has, I believe Nick Fuentes has. A lot of people who hang out in that sector end up getting into deep legal shit if not investigated for stuff. So, good luck and have fun, I guess. But quit poking the bear. I'm not going to do anything, but I can't promise you others won't. You have yourself a nice day, and best of luck to you, Xeynas, Jeremiah.